People say we sound alike. I don't really hear it much, but every time I do an interview, every time I have a conversation with somebody, they say I sound like them. So, of course, we have very similar personality traits because we have grown up together, and he was the main person that I would fight growing up. So I really had no choice but to piggyback off of him, and the same for him. He had no choice but to piggyback off of me, and it's just my time to shine, and it's really just gonna be me putting myself in the light and put myself in the platform, so people can make their own assumptions and make their own uh, dictation of if we sound alike or if we act alike, or they're gonna separate me from him and just see we two great fighters on our own. We used to fight damn near every day, so it would be too many stories to tell. But yeah, we just grew up very competitive. So it was three boys, and I have an older sister as well. But it was three boys. We're all about the same age. We're all 4 years apart. I have a younger brother, and then Kevin. So we're always competitive, always fighting, always arguing, always playing basketball. So at some point, you're gonna get a competitive battle between us, and it was something that I wish we would have recorded and documented because it was for the ages. We're very similar and very polar opposite at the same time. I feel like I use my jab a lot, like he does. Of course, I'm a little faster because I'm smaller than he is. I rely more on slickness and my speed, and then he relies on brute strength and really dominating guys. I feel like I dominate guys with just outsmarting and being slick. So we are very similar but very different at the same time. Bellator February 21st against Shawn Bunch out in Thackerville, Oklahoma. I think it's gonna be a really good fight. It's a really good matchup for me. Really good stylistic matchup for me. Anybody hasn't ever seen me fight before. I'm more of a grappler and a striker at the same time, so I feel like I'm gonna be comfortable wherever the fight goes. He's decent on the feet. We all know it's no surprise that he's gonna try and take me down. So I see a sprawling brawl type of fight. I'm not afraid of going on the ground with him. So if I don't see much that he does on top, he's a very big control guy, and I see myself just being really scrambly, getting back to the feet, and then dominating on the feet. I got a call randomly from my manager. He's been working behind the scenes for a while, and I was actually trying to get the James Gallagher fight back. I think it was back in October or like October or September when his opponent pulled out last minute. I was trying to get a last minute call out there in Ireland, and my name got put on the table. But I guess I don't know what happened, but they didn't take the fight. So my name was back in conversations, and it just ended up falling apart. So we got a 4-fight deal, so I can't complain. It was hard times. I can't say it was the roughest because I really had a very good support system. My parents were always there for me, my dad and my mom. So I never really had it that rough as I've seen other people have it because I had a great support system. I had a great team behind me as always. And like I said, my parents were there to keep me grounded and keep me in activities and keep me wrestling, keeping my mind out of the things that I could have been doing. So I'm blessed. I've always been blessed and highly favored. And I feel like now was just my time to show everybody else that of something I've already known for myself for a long time. I actually had no idea growing up. I always heard it rumored because I did wrestle and Kevin was a fighter. So everybody would tell me like, hey, you'd be a great fighter, blah, blah, blah. But I never really took it serious until my freshman year in college. I had a full ride to go to school and I didn't really like it once I got there. I felt like it wasn't for me. I'm a very big person on energy and my energy felt off. Like I felt like I was doing something that wasn't meant for me. So I came back to Vegas. This is my parents' first move to Vegas. So I came to Vegas with my parents and I went to the gym and Kevin threw me in with a professional boxer. Guy was like 12-0 or 13-0, like a killer. I've never put on a pair of gloves before, never put on a mouthpiece. He grabbed a big wad of tissue paper, stuck it in my mouth to use as a mouthpiece. We grabbed some random gloves that I think they were like 14, 12 ounces. And I went in there and sparred with a professional boxer. I did pretty good, surprisingly. And ever since then, I was hooked on it. Like I couldn't turn around from there. So you can follow me at Keith_Lee125 on Instagram and on Facebook, Keith Lee. My Twitter's in the works right now. I kept getting banned and I kept having to restart. So my Twitter's in the works right now. But February 21st, Bellator, we're on the main card. I think we're opening the main card on the zone. So it should be a great fight. Whatever fight that I'm always involved in, I try and put on the show and try and make sure my fans get their money's worth. So if you tune in, I'm pretty sure, I'm almost positive you won't waste your money.